everyone, I'm here to talk to you about week 2. It's a Saturday, so I'm looking quite casual, but I hope that's okay. And also, I just noticed that my daughter's Cookie Monster is showing up back there, so he says hello to you. Sorry about that. First of all, we're going to look at profiles. I want to talk to you about the profile and set it up for you. And then I want to talk to you about the invention process and set that up for you. Okay? So first of all, profile, you have chapter 5 to read, and you'll read bodies in motion and at rest. It's an example profile. I encourage you to read more profiles in our book. We have lots in there to choose from. The thing I want you to keep in mind as you prepare to write a profile is not a research paper. A profile looks at a subject and seeks the deeper meaning or the larger issue behind the subject. So for example, bodies in motion and at rest, the writer profiles a funeral director and how he goes about his business. Now most of us would look at that and say, well, that's a job most people don't have. Few people are qualified or talented enough to do that, and they just collect. We have our own ideas about how those funeral services must work. But bodies in motion and at rest brings a larger issue to us. So as you read, look for that larger issue. Another example of profiles, I've had students writing about support groups and the larger issue behind the support groups. I've got an example uploaded for you from a student's paper. He profiled mixed martial arts. And I'm not a mixed martial arts fan, I don't watch it, but he showed me, his reader, how it's truly a sport and how the athletes work really hard weeks and even years before an event to train for endurance and strength, and really showed the larger issue of how it is a sport that demands respect. Let's go ahead and look then at invention and what is invention. A lot of times students don't really like this term the first time, and then by the second and third papers, it makes sense and it's flowing very well. So an invention is more than pre-writing. That's why I call it invention. It is a means of sitting down and getting your ideas together before you write. It really saves you time. A lot of times as a student in college, I would just sit down and start writing and then realize I wasn't really saying anything. It didn't make sense. And my thoughts were just unorganized, and my thesis statement and my purpose didn't show through as it should have. So invention is a means of getting on paper, who am I writing to, and really thinking through, where is this person sitting when he or she's reading my paper? What does this person know about my subject? What is this person's assumptions about my subject or biases about my subject? Really get to know who your reader is in the invention process. So once you know who your reader is, you can really start to gather the words and phrases and tone that will best match your reader. Invention also takes us through pinning down and identifying our purpose, not just the thesis statement, but the purpose. What is it that we want our profile paper to do for the reader? And then you move from that into the thesis statement of specifically showing what your profile will describe or will. So to summarize this short video, we've looked at profiles, how they point out a larger issue to the audience. It's more than just a report. And then we've also talked about invention and how invention is going to help us prepare to write and make our writing even more focused and make our writing stronger, and in the end it saves you time. I think you'll come to the end to really appreciate invention. You've already used it in your business writing in week 1. You'll use it in your business writing next week again, and in all the essays that we have coming up. As always, give me a call if you have questions or send me an email. Thank you.